Hey guys, I'm Adam here at Top Dog, and I just wanted to put a little video together for those of you who might find yourself in need of a catch pole but can't wait for shipping on ordering one online, or maybe you just want to go ahead and build one on a budget. The one we're going to build today costs about 10 bucks. When I first started training, a $100 catch pole versus a $10 catch pole was kind of a no-brainer for me. I do now have some of those $100 catch poles. They work great, and for certain needs, I really like having them around. But for just kind of something to have as a backup, or if you're really on a budget, this is a great option for you. What you're going to need is I'm building a 5-foot long catch pole. So we're going to need a 5-foot long piece of 1/2 inch Schedule 40 PVC pipe. Really, that's pretty much your normal PVC pipe. You don't have to ask for anything special. Most of the PVC pipe you're going to buy, as far as I know, at my Home Depot, is this Schedule 40 stuff. No idea what that means. I'm not a craftsman, not much of a do-it-yourselfer, but this is just something that we came up with. Then you're going to need about 10 foot. If you're building a 5-foot one like I'm building, you're going to need about 10 feet of cable. Now that's, you're going to see later, depending on how big you like your hand loop and all that kind of stuff. But for me, 10 feet of cable. This is 1/4 inch galvanized steel cable with a plastic outer coating. Really like that stuff because it just makes it slide a lot easier. And then you're going to need to buy a little clamp set. I opened up the clamp set because I needed to check to make sure it would work. They were out of the clamps that I needed, so I had to buy a size smaller, but they do appear like they're going to work out just fine. It's just going to be a really snug fit. This little clamp set here, it's like 2 bucks. Again, Home Depot, and it was really easy to find. In fact, it was right over there by where I bought this stuff. And so you're going to buy a clamp set. Apparently you can buy 1/8 inch as well. It's not going to hurt anything, I don't think, and it looks like it's going to work out okay for us. So to jump into how to do it, what we're going to do is we're going to take our PVC pipe and we're going to start by drilling a hole straight down and through. Now I've got a little hole in my desk. I'm not drilling into my desk over here. We're just going to drill straight down through. I like to put it slightly off center, but not a ton, and that just makes it so the cable can slide through a little easier. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to make our hand loop. Hopefully you guys can still see me okay here. Now for our hand loop, actually Michaela, why don't you come in and get close on this. What we're going to do, we're going to slide this guy, and basically what we're trying to do is to create a loop like this. So we're going to slide this guy down, and then we're going to put the end back through there. Now like I said, this size is actually slightly smaller than what I normally want to do, and so it takes some real pushing to get it through there. And then you're just going to adjust to what size loop that you want. For my hand size, that actually looks about right. I like to leave just a little bit of a tail here for something extra for it to grab onto. Now I'm just going to hand tighten these so that way this video isn't 20 minutes long. I'm just going to snug these up. Then I'm going to, after the video's done, come back with a little wrench and tighten them up all the way. So I just want to tighten them up enough that this thing isn't going to slip out very easily. Okay, we're getting pretty close there. One thing you don't want to do is tighten one of them all the way and then go and tighten the other one. You want to take turns tightening them back and forth when you've got the wrench on them. That makes them tighten uniformly. And so that's what I'm doing with my finger too. And that'll make it so that way it doesn't really pinch down on one side and not on the other, which is going to cause it to slip out. Then we're going to take the end of our cable here, and we're going to put it through the opposite end that we drilled our hole. So we go all the way down here. And our handle is going to work as our stop. It can't go through there because of the clamp that we have on the end. And as you can see, now we have a long tail sticking out of the end of our PVC pipe here. We take that tail and stick it back through the hole that we drilled. And like I said, if you can do it slightly off center, it's going to be just a little bit easier for you, because otherwise you're going to be fighting your cable on the other side. That one went through really easy for me. Then I come back in with another one of my clamps. Loosen it up a bit so it'll go through. You just slide that through as much as you want, and then tighten this guy down. Again, I'll come back with wrenches when I'm done here at the end to really cinch these down, but just to give you the idea, I wanted to show this to you guys here. All right, now, the nice thing about using this type of cable is that it's rigid enough that we can push it and pull it through. So it's heavy enough, go ahead and watch the end there for me, Michelle. It's heavy enough that when I push it through, it drops through. I've tried doing this with rope before, and the rope just doesn't create this big opening. The rope just kind of hangs together. And so that's why I've now always used this cable stuff. And then I can pull it to cinch up the dog. We'll use our cookie jar here as an example. We've got it open, we go over the head, and we can pull it down and cinch it up if we need to, when we need to. Now, a couple really important things. Really, this should only be done with a professional's help. If you don't know how to use one of these, you can definitely injure a dog. You can pull too tight and injure a dog. We rarely find the need for these, but when we do need them, it's really helpful. Certain dogs that have been conditioned to be really aggressive coming out of the crate or things like that can become a real hazard and be very dangerous. So as you can see, for 10 bucks and just a couple minutes worth of work, you can put something like this together to make you and your staff a little bit safer. Like I said, the reason I say staff is because really this should just be for professionals. If you are just a home or just a pet owner yourself, you probably shouldn't be doing this without the help of a professional. So again, I'm Adam here at Top Dog. Hope this helped you out, and if you find yourself in need of a catch pole like this, feel free, run down to Home Depot, pick up the parts, and just a few minutes later, you can have yourself built with a handy little catch pole. Thanks, guys.